Doctor, what do you know? Who announced
It's a connect.
No, I feel you can do that again.
Hey. It's a connected right now. Le ready.
How the rate?
Yeah, name alone. Okay.
Bulamo utlo.
Yeah.
Yeah, urutwa.
Morning, everyone. I just want to apologize for the delay on behalf of the Nkomo family. Just to bear with us to inform you that we'll be a little bit delayed in about 40 minutes from now. We'll be connecting live in 40 minutes from now. I just want to apologize for that. Thank you.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Kupa, making it sound like a marriage to the war. Yeah, but it's fine.
What's up?
Yeah. What's up, my
Yeah, the message is gone. People are listening. Even if we now when you talk, they're just waiting for us to start.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. 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 Hello? That's what they built. I just mamura for what keep.
You need to use the When you see the one, if the one is good, ask this one, copy. Ask this one. Just say, can we send the Zoom link to no, I don't forward it to you. Let us send that. This is taking emotion like that before. Then we can start the but then when you send it to you'll be able to join on the yeah, I'm not sure if I can come for one or that. So because I'm connected, I've hotspotted
Yeah, I have already sent it.
Okay, did you get my message?
Send on.
le aloka mo mbutiri ka thopo re a leboga re kgopela go thoma modiri wa rena semmušo wa poloko ya Maleho Margaret Nkomo. And then maybe on behalf of the family, I just want to start apologizing for the delay. It was some circumstances beyond our control. And I hope our apology will be accepted. Re tlo thoma mo dirwa rena mo semmušo tlo gopela bo moruti mo ngene go senya nako ampile moruti Reverend James Matsunya a tla re bulele mo dirwa rena ka thapelo ge re ka kgona re ka no dira temana ya sefela mo e tenyana ge re ka kgona temana sefela bo moruti ba ba tamela ka mo
Sefapano ke bo
Kgotsa Modimo ga bele rena batho ba Modimo ka ntle ga go senya nako to go kgopela go nna tshwarelo setšhaba ka moka re fitlhe nako e se ile re kgopela tshwarelo bjale re tlo go namisa ditlhogo ba kgopela monga rena gore a bele rena ka re mošomo ke ena o thomile kgotsa Modimo a bele rena a re emišang ditlhogo gore bolele Modimo kgotsa shata to tsanga re shata to so no kuma te kwa shamo mo shata to to so so no kan gani na nash ma chama ka stamna ka se mo re to Jehova papa na mabadi wa go lokela go pela bana ka se ba go bele na ka ba mo go pa mabadi do o tsena ka re pele tsa bana ba Nkomo motho ka fina Celeste ka sa go e re ga ba bolela ba kwane motho ka motho Celeste ba se le mo re ga le motho papa re go ga re bolela re kwane mabane re tse mare na ro miantlung ya mafelo re gopela ba yona tla re tana pele papa bitso la ntate la morala go la morala amen
re le go bruti le go sa le bowe tari jes ba ka se mo programme re tswere go ere re na le tribute by NCT colleagues mara before that we na le some arrangements we na le some changes to the program re tlo gopela tribute by Nkomo family re na le Mr. Nkomo e be ena tla re botsa mo re go dira getseng from there that the other speakers re ka no fela re temanela ya sefela temana ite gape re batametseng family representative mo Nkomo a tla re feng plan
Ale pota sepo ya ka keta leke so kila
Sizabonga bonke abantu abezelana uqolebuwa sizozama ukuthi sikhulume isiZulu sifake nesingisi ukuthi sizwane sonke lana thina sishiwe umakoti wethu uDezi ngizothanda ukunazisa ukuthi nakuthi ishoka sizoqala ukuthi nge-3 July boku last week Saturday kwenzakele ukuthi bengisekhaya eShawela umama wethu ngibiza uMagogo mangifika lapho uMagogo uyasitela ukuthi uDezi ngathi uadmit kwesibhedlela umama uzama ukufonela umyeni kaDezi only to find out umyeni kaDezi akaphendula ifoni umama uba worried uthi kimi fona wena you phone iPhone uyaphendula umyeni then yangitshela ukuthi uDezi usesibhedlele bathi uyesibhedlele and masesizwa indaba kuthiwa on the very same day ngeyi-3 Daisy left with Ndumiso and makasuka la ekhaya ushiye umyeni wakhe nama-colleagues akhe la eJardini wathi ngiyoshintsha i-medication ubaba wala endlini wathi uDaisy uyotshintsha i-medication bahlala masesifona through the phone then I managed to get hold of Ndumiso lobe kuhambe nomama. That's when Ndumiso informed me ukuthi hey umama bekane-breath nami ngithusile yaphela lapha wathi une-breath ngithusile then said okay mara uDaisy ubone udoctor uthe bazom-organizela i-ambulance mabayolinde eclinic. That's when umama wafona futhi she managed to get hold of Daisy khona lapha esibhedlela. Into okumele sithathe into consideration ukuthi umama she was against ukuthi Daisy aye esibhedlela. She phoned in my presence lapha eshaweni. But what Daisy said that mama utloba right doctor sayifonetse ambulance yakhe. It was on a Saturday. Then on Sunday I go back ngiyakumagogo. Umagogo still wamfonela wamthola uDaisy. Daisy what she said ke tla ba bitire mara linrapedisa. Sunday. Then nasazi ukuthi uDaisy right. What happened then? On Sunday, njengoba umama shilo ukuthi wafona ukukhulumile naye. That's when ngeyi-5 the doctor also hospital was communicating nobaba wala endlini. Bafuna ukwazi ukuthi i-condition kaDaisy bamtshela ukuthi i-oxygen high whatever bafuna ukwazi wonke lemniningwane ngo-oxygen. Then doctor said ufonela la ekhaya utshela ubaba sendlini ukuthi they will try their level best ukuthi bazotreat uDaisy. Udoctor makaqeda lapho wathi what he was trying to do or what he was doing but umachine wasesibhedlele ucrashile, the machine crashed and the machine crashed after 5 minutes connecting it. The machine crashed and the doctor even said in respiratory phefumula kwakhe there was no problem. Usipa undertaking ukuthi hayi respiratory no problem. That's why the doctor was what it was only the heart problem. Then the doctor wathi uzosebenzisa le CPR lento abazile ngathi insimbi ezenzakala. And still that CPR failed. My failed CPR according to my family says good. That's the cause of death. So kwamele ukuthi kumele ukuyothola ama-death certificate. Family struggle ukuthi ithole i-death certificate spontaneously. We have to wait days ukuthi sithole i-death certificate. Because the people from the mortuary mabe lapha esibhedlela bathi the doctor have been signed, the doctor have been signed, the doctor have been signed. It's when the husband of Daisy went personally to the hospital to find out why, because people from the mortuary remember the death certificate I told. When he enters there, because they knew him, he was there before, went to see the wife when firstly she was being admitted. That's when they said, Mr. Nkomo, the doctor have signed. They gave him the death certificate. And the death certificate, what it states, it says she died of respiratory issues. That's what we know, that's what the death certificate says. What is strange to us, the families, is the people from the from the undertakers. They were being informed after 3 days after she passed on. Now they're saying there's something related with COVID. They've tested her. The question which puzzles us, when did they test her? Because she was being taken. Does it mean the hospital keep abantu bayomtest asesibhedlela asemoshari? It's our puzzle. It's strange to us. Because this thing here, COVID, it comes 3 days. Masekashonile athathiwe nesesibhedlela. Thina sazi ukuthi it was respiratory issues, but now they said it's COVID issues after 3 days and sakaphumile esibhedlela. So you must be clear ukuthi we are puzzled, but since we now know ukuthi the situation near COVID, now sesazi ukuthi COVID. So silahlekelwe uDaisy. And what we would like to emphasize ukuthi we made siyazi ukuthi in a factory or in a firm there is a director, there are some managers. We in the culture itself ukuthi a male we can classify him as a director, and the director, the company cannot function without the manager. And in this situation, who is the manager? Who takes? She's the one who was the one who was managing the house. Tina as husband to Puma Sambi, but she was the one managing the house. She is the one born to there is food and the rules of her. Tina's Katina's name was Puma, she have no meeting sensing. So what it's in short to say that it department got Daisy and I give a vacant. Sinama families. And in Abantwana, Sinama families. Nazgat and Nama families. No Baba, to the Tando Gutinai, let's cut it less of days because I'm going to spend and I got to spend. Baboni Sabantwana Guti, we don't live with them. Mobu Mamambile Subasha in a vacuum. The Funano Baba Naba have another responsibility, a little bit of manager. And in Abantwana Sas Guti, they must respect. And as to emphasize our cool Abantwani. Go to Mama on Muxa School and Ufuna Gutin achieve where she lays. Ufunuga Guti, you must achieve Gulen to be 2,000. Ninga is in Namaset Bek, go to Mamushoni, Ubesung Tel with the school in Ansai, Umama Gasset. Ama aims Gamama Begafunan Fundan. Because without education, it's good to travel magic. Kotwa. So take all these things, lasers at the past, focus man to go to Mokshona Guga Mama, I've changed. Things are 1, 2, 3, 4. Change. Imhambo yen change. Nobody is good to Mama Shonile, but now since Mama Shonile, this is my direction. Tina, John Babum cool. I'm not choice for you, and I cannot choose for you. Go to Melambang, I think. But you will not choose the correct route, and you will succeed and you will achieve. Mobu mamenu, Begafunan Fundu, Muxa School. I want you to Mama Masaka Pumile, Besaniti, into the scholar. As a Kobe, Besaniti Baba in the E. Sefuna Nongan Kubekota now, Guti. Siabong, witness of Casa, Yiko Benginisho, Benginchel and your overview, Guti. How she, Uchoneganjan. It was a blink of an eye. Moba njoba ngintsheli ukuthi Saturday umama bekakhuluma naye ngimamele phone na Sunday ukhuluma naye ngimamele phone sesizozwa nje ukuthi sekashonile njoba seyisho ukuthi lo ngaloko bengithanda nje ukuthi overview nazo ukuthi indlela ehambe ngayo nakithi is a shock, we're not expecting it. Ngaloko uzophelela lapho ngiyabona.
I just hope everyone now, at this time, will understand here what happened. The worst part on Sunday, the 4th, Daisy called me at 14:40, 20 to 3. She called me and said, Budi, thank you for the support you gave me at Seshego there. So not knowing, and she never told me what was better. She just called me on Saturday 14:40. I mean Sunday. Now we are moving also. We have a twisted item here. We are going to ask Nkomo for the message of support to come in front. Nkomo. No, not for the not Nkomo. The Nkomo for obituary, the reading of the obituary. Can I ask the Nkomo? Rega mboza sa boyaga re hame re melele ngama onto dino mononyane a ka re ba le bophelo mo ke leng ora rega mela ka ba onto re dira
Tawela kirata idumedisha kamuka kalito la Morena Jesu tele valela obituary. Mrs. Maleho Margaret Daisy Nkomo was born on the 3rd of March 1965 in Seshego, Polokwane. Mrs. Nkomo began her primary school education at Badiredi Primary, then proceeded to Samuel Tema Primary. She matriculated at Mutakaning High School. After completing her matric education, Mrs. Nkomo went to Wits University to start her tertiary education. She completed both her BCom degree and her BCom honors at UNISA. In 2010, Mrs. Nkomo obtained a master's degree at the University of KwaZulu-Natal. Daisy worked and occupied renowned position for several entities, including the GCI and the Competition Commission. She also worked as the director at the Limpopo Department of Public Works. Mrs. Nkomo also served on several boards and audits committees, including the NCT, NESA, the Free State and the Northwest Provincial Departments, the Rental Housing Tribunal, NURCHA, Cross Border, NCR, the Weather Service, and the Film and Publication Board, to mention a few. She was predeceased by her parents, her brothers, Mr. Niki Munonyani and Mr. Monty Patrick Munonyani, and her sister, Mrs. Gina Nyati. Her brother, Butiki Robin John Paul Munonyani, passed on a day after Daisy passed. Which means on the 5th, Monday she passed away, and then on the 6th, Butiki passed away. Daisy will be dearly missed and lovingly remembered by her husband, Dr. Dumisani Nkomo, her children, Miss Simpiwe Nkomo, Mr. Dumisani Junior Nkomo, Miss Salukazi Nkomo, and Mr. Dumiso Nkomo. Her sisters, Mrs. Mapula Popo, Mrs. Mary Masekomeng, and Mrs. Ruby Mupape, and countless numbers of aunts, uncles, nieces, nephews, cousins, family members, neighbors, colleagues, and friends. Mrs. Nkomo was loved by all of us. Her passing was sudden, but the memory of her love and laughter will carry us through. We are comforted by the fact that she was welcomed in heaven by the angels and those who passed before her. We love you so much, Daisy, and you will forever remain and occupy a special place in our hearts. Lala ngoxolo, robala kakhulu Nkomo. Thank you.
We are moving to the next item here, and I'm told the DDG is around. I'm told the DDG is around from Department of Minerals and Energy. If he's around, I don't know him or her. Please let indicate to me that you are around, so that because you are on the program. Okay, it's fine.
It's connected on
It's connected online. Okay, it's fine. So we're going to have a tribute by NCT colleague Mo Barifidelinala Nelson Loani. Yes.
Yes, thank you. Just hold on. Just hold on, DGJ.
Future for us, and his word is final. We can only express gratitude to God that he has allowed us to have a great time and very special moments with Maleho, and we shared amazing ideas and her wisdom until the last day. I've known Maleho for over 20 years. When we were at the Competition Commission at the time, we were members of the executive committee at the time, and she was a very vibrant individual during our interactions at Exco. We became friends after we became colleagues, and I discovered a number of very special attributes that Maleho had. Maleho was a very strong person in character. She had high moral values. She stood very firmly on her beliefs without fear and without any hesitation. She was very meticulous in her job and in fulfilling her tasks, and always wanted to do things right. Maleho never hesitated to correct anyone, to say, this is not how things are done here. We want to do things the correct way. We want to comply, and we want to make sure that the institution that she is part of is regarded as a compliant organization that has no room for corruption or any of those fraudulent activities. Maleho was a very confident person, very resilient, and a very erudite individual. She was very powerful, very innovative, very influential. And what I found very special about her was that she was always cool held. She always spoke very softly, but still kept to her point and made sure that whatever she says, she can only move away from that if somebody convinces her otherwise, and then is welcome to also share and accept other people's views. She was never a selfish person. I actually found her selfless, and she took it upon herself to make sure that she improves other people for their own development and their own growth. It is something that was very special about her. The last time I actually interacted with Maleho was last week Sunday on the 4th at about 3 o'clock in the afternoon, when she sent me a WhatsApp to say she would like me to send a message to the tribunal members of the National Consumer Tribunal to thank them for the support that they provided her during the loss of her mother. I was not aware that she was not well, and she just communicated very pleasantly without saying anything. And she sent me a picture of her mother to say, this is the picture with the message that I should distribute to staff as well as the members of the tribunal. The next day, it was Monday the 5th, I did exactly that, and I sent her a message to say, I have done that, and I hope we will hook up soon. She said in her WhatsApp that maybe we should arrange to have it, and said, did not realize how painful it was to lose a mother. And I lost my mother 17 years ago in 2004, and I understand the pain that you have. And I said, yes, it would be a good idea to meet and just share our experiences together. It was only around lunchtime that the executive chairperson of the National Consumer Tribunal phoned me and said, it is with shock that we just heard that Maleho has passed away. I was completely devastated, and I could not understand how it was possible that someone you just spoke to 24 hours ago is no more. It is really painful to lose someone so special like her, someone so resilient, someone so positive about life. I've never seen Maleho angry or complaining or depressed or any of the negative things that one experiences in life. Is always positive. The fact that she was even able to send me a WhatsApp and communicate during a very difficult time of illness was absolutely remarkable. I will miss Maleho, and I would like to say to the Nkomo family, please be encouraged. May God comfort you and carry you through during this difficult time, because it's going to take a while before you really come to terms with the reality and go through the pain. This kind of pain does not disappear overnight or even over a week. It takes sometimes up to years. And I pray that God may bless you and give you strength and courage and support during this difficult time, particularly Maleho's children who have now lost their mother who brought them to this world. May Maleho's soul indeed rest in peace. May Dr. Nkomo be encouraged and strengthened. In Jesus' name, thank you. Amen.
Mr. Lolwan. I was just informed already. DDG will connect online, so we don't need to worry about that. We're going to have a tribute by Free State Provincial Treasury. I'm not sure whether they connected or not. Let me check.
Can speak.
Yeah, we are going to have a the tribute by Free State Provincial Treasurer, the representative. I don't have a name there. If he's ready or she's ready, we can connect online.
Copy. Hello? Copy. Copy. Can you hear me? Colleagues, can you hear me? Those who are connected virtually.
I can hear you.
Yes. Can you hear the program director?
Yes, we can. They're waiting for somebody from the Free State to connect from this link.
All right. Just waiting for somebody to connect from Free State. From the link. We can go to the next item.
In the meantime, let's move to the next item. Tribute by NERSA colleague. More I've got the name of Mr. Sunda Mugwe. Nade Mugwe na? The stage is yours.
Oh, that's you. That's you. Yeah, yes.
Program Director, the Nkomo family, the Munyani family, Unonyani family, Mr. Mbambo, the Deputy Director General of the Department of Mineral Resources and Energy, fellow regulator members and former regulator members, the NERSA management and staff, board members and colleagues from these institutions, the National Consumer Tribunal, Northwest Legislature, Free State Provincial Treasury, and Competition Commission. Reverend, colleagues, valued stakeholders, ladies and gentlemen, Program Director, Ntumele, to quote, "Hi, Ms. Hutting. Please convey my sincere apologies to today's meeting. I have been booked off for this week. Ms. Tintanzi and Ms. Ngube, may you convey same message to the meeting for the week as well. I will update you after my next checkup if there are any changes. Kindly alert and ask Mr. Svanla to kindly continue with the excellent, calm and professional leadership he's been able to maturely provide under these difficult circumstances. Please also share that note of appreciation to the staff, management and some of the energy regulator members who, despite their busy schedules, were able to send message of support, comfort and prayers. And we at NERSA received the sad news after we completed our meetings at around 3 o'clock the same day. Ladies and gentlemen, the above words that were contained in that email characterizes the humanity of Mrs. Nkomo. A caring, resolute, committed, and a human person and a leader in her own right. NERSA, the DMRE, the industry, and the country has lost one of its giants in the arena of boardrooms and state-owned entities.
May her soul rest in eternal peace. To the Nkomo and the Munyani families, you are not alone in this loss, although the pain you are experiencing may not be equaled or returned by any means. Your loss is our loss. We are here this morning to send off and pay our last tribute to our fellow regulator member, Mrs. Nkomo, as you know her, and as she is known at NERSA as Mema Nkomo, who sadly passed on the day we referred to this last Monday. Mema Nkomo, as the deputy chairperson of the energy of the NERSA, also served as an acting chairperson at the time of her death. On behalf of the NERSA energy regulator, that is the board, management and staff, we give gratitude, appreciation, and celebrate her life and her immense contribution to NERSA, government institutions, and the energy industry in general. As NERSA family, we would like to express our heartfelt condolences to the Nkomo and Munonyani families, as well as friends and colleagues. We share this great loss with you, and our thoughts and prayers are with you during these difficult times. The journey we walk with the Ms. Nkomo. As for me, I just joined the energy regulator September last year, but most of the colleagues that I represent here, they walked this journey with her from 2014. Actually, Ms. Nkomo was supposed to finish her 8-year tenure at NERSA, having served 2 4-year terms, and she was supposed to complete that next year in March. Ms. Nkomo made huge contributions to NERSA, and in all the committees she served, and those she chaired, particularly those that are in the area of finance and audit and risk. She played a critical role in NERSA obtaining a series of clean audits and was a recipient of the Public Finance Management Act Clean Audit Award by the Auditor General of South Africa for 5 consecutive years. Ms. Nkomo assumed the role of acting chairperson of NERSA when the then NERSA chairperson stepped down in January early this year. As the acting chairperson since then, she fulfilled her duties with great care, skill, and due diligence. One of her most distinguishing qualities was her attention to detail. She discharged her duties and performed them with dedication, commitment, and great teamwork. She provided advice to all when it was necessary, equally to fellow regulator members and the NERSA staff, who benefited greatly in her propensity to transfer skills and capacity building, thereby unleashing full potential from the staff through her probing mind and questions. We will remember Nkomo for many reasons, but particularly for her outstanding personality of friendliness, humanity, and humility. The NERSA family will miss her leadership and decisive contribution to the exceptional culture of NERSA, which nurtures its people and motivates them to continually give their best in serving the energy industry in the public interest, in the contribution to the socio-economic development and prosperity of the people of South Africa. As the NERSA family, we will honor her memory by our commitment to pick up the baton and leave her legacy from in pursuit for its vision of NERSA to be a recognized world-class leader in energy regulation. In conclusion, and on behalf of the NERSA, the Energy Regulator Board, management and staff, may I read the following verses from the scriptures by way of attempting to comfort the Nkomo and Munonyani families. Revelation 21:4. He will wipe every tear from their eyes. Psalm 34:18. The Lord is close to the brokenhearted and saves those who are crushed in spirit. Psalm 147:3. He heals the brokenhearted and bandage their wounds. May a beautiful soul rest in eternal peace. I thank you.
Ralewa da Demogwena ma Njuwa Maboti Nkomo Joma Mohlomongwe se o lebetse mo sebelela go gore in remembering her leaders le ka se iša motlakase godimo ke la iša motlakase godimo la ka re ga a sa le gona ka mo boteng ka re a leboga re a move more. We're going to the next item, tribute by Northwest Provincial Legislature, the Honorable Susan Basitsana Dangis, and I guess, and I was informed that she's connected online.
Can you rephrase that again?
Sorry?
Can you re-announce it?
Okay. We are moving to the next item, tribute by Northwest Provincial Legislature, the Honorable Susan Basitsana Dangis. Thank you.
setšhaba sa rantsho ka kakaretso bo Nkomo ba eteletse pele ke Nkomo le bana ba losika le tsala badira mmogo magora go sa mabapi ditheo tsotlhe tse mme Nkomo a neng a dira le tsone na seo a neng a dirisanya le tsone ke ne ke re ke simolole fo Rre Moradisi ba ke tlisa matshediso mo boemong ba sepokwanotheo molao ya bokgoni bophirima ka gore re dirile le mme Nkomo tota mo nakong e telele re dira mmogo a re eteletse pele. On behalf of the Northwest Provincial Legislature Program Director, I convey our deepest and heartfelt condolences as we dip a flag in mourning. No amount of words can explain her dedication, Mema Nkomo, commitment and immeasurable efforts and time she put on her work. Mema Nkomo was appointed as the Audit Committee member of the Northwest Provincial Legislature on the 1st November 2014 until the 30th October 2017. She was later appointed as the chairperson of the Northwest Provincial Legislature again on the 1st November 2019 to date. Through her professionalism, dedication, hard working, Northwest Provincial Legislature have improved internal audit control systems. Performance, information, financial management, and government processes have also improved drastically through her commitment working with us. As an ambassador of good governance, she was also appointed as the deputy of the Speaker in 2017 to date. The responsibility of the committee was to advise the Speaker more on financial matters and on consequences after analyzing the Auditor General's report. And she did that work with her colleagues. She was a hardworking person, extremely professional, high-powered and result-driven woman who knew nothing but success in all assignments and leadership tasks confronting her. She was a proactive and resource. country. It indeed a sad reality that we live on borrowed times. There's time for everything under the sun. There's time where we are born, and there's time where we must go back home to Almighty, our Father. And that's where our sister, our beloved mother, our wife is going, to be in the hands of God Almighty, our Father. All of us, a purpose in life, and one important principle of life is to do something within our at Nkomo did. That is why all of us today, speaker after speaker, we are attesting that Nkomo in a ile mosadi gareng ga basadi, e ne ile mosadi wa letlapa, e ne ile mosadi yo a neng a phela a apere motlokolo ka nako tsotlhe, e ne ile mosadi, a lioness, an advisor to all of us, a mother, a wife, an aunt, and all these responsibilities o ne a di dira ka manontlhotlho. Go bo Nkomo, segolo thata jang Rre Nkomo le bana, nkare go lona go motsegang, moriti yo o neng re itharile ka one, setlhare se wele. Mme fa setlhare se wele, go mo go rona gore re itsetse go le gontsi jang mo go ene, mme re tla tshwanela ke gore le tswelele le phele ka lerato leo a neng a phela ka lone, leo a neng e le bophelo ba lona le le lelapa, le tshwaraganeng le dire mmogo le phele mmogo. She lived a person knowing that once her assignment is completed, she will have to return back to her creator. She knew. Yes, it was too soon, and it was unexpected. Yes, painful and difficult, whether expected or not, whether early or later, whether young age or old, death is sure to come. Death is divine will, and we should all live each day like it's our last. As we live under this condition of COVID-19, let's make sure that we comply with the regulations, we take care of ourselves, we take the responsibility of saving lives, because our life, our future, as the president said during the last family meeting, is in our hands. May the soul of our beloved sister, whom I love so much, she was always there for me, rest in peace. I thank you. Amanda, Balibongwe. Amen.
Honorable Madam Manjoma Wote, my grand Komodo, and I will come on a bring Nkomo Masiri, Pakaya Mopilama Pilagao. Without much further ado, Pro Hopelamo, Mr. Mbambo, DDG, World Department of Minerals and Energy, Lena Ake RFA, and Nkomo.
Program Director, regulator members, the Nkomo family, the Monanyane family, the NERSA executive team, management and staff, valued stakeholders, good morning. It is with great shock and immense sadness that we were informed of the sudden passing of Miss Maleho Nkomo, the Deputy Chairperson of NERSA, on Monday, 5 July 2021. This news is another devastating blow to the Department of Mineral Resources and Energy, as we had also recently learned of the passing of the Mintec board chairperson, Dr. Venkat Nkosana. I would like to take this opportunity to express our condolences on behalf of the department to the Nkomo and the Mononyane families. The entire energy family shares the feeling of great loss during this time of deep sorrow. Ms. Nkomo joined NERSA in 2014 as the deputy chairperson of the NERSA board. She served in a number of regulatory committees of the board, such as the Pipe Gas Subcommittee, the Finance Committee, the Human Resource and Remuneration Committee, the Audit and Risk Committee, as well as the Information Technology and Governance Committee. Her first term of 4 years expired in 2018, and due to her excellent contribution, she was reappointed for a second term. Her reappointment and commitment to NERSA for 7 years is a clear demonstration that Ms. Nkomo gave her loyal as well as devotion of her heart, mind, and her soul to the National Energy Regulator of South Africa. She made huge contributions, not only to NERSA, but to the broader energy industry as well. Ms. Nkomo also served as an acting chairperson when NERSA chairperson resigned in February 2021. She executed the duties of the chairperson with proficiency and thoroughness. The challenge of regulation and the energy regulator in particular is regulating the energy industry in a manner that balances the interest of the energy producers on the one hand and the consumers on the other hand. This is never an easy task, for inevitably it is influenced by the greater economic environment, both locally and internationally. However, besides all these challenges, through Ms. Nkomo's commitment and decisive leadership, NERSA continued to effectively implement its mandate. The results of the energy regulator's work continue to have a profound impact on the lives of ordinary people. Thank you for allowing the energy family to work with her. Her passing is a huge loss, but the remembrance of her sterling contribution remains with us as a source of strength and inspiration. May her soul rest in eternal peace. Thank you.
Mr. Bambo. Tribute by neighbor, Marisha Nabankiwe, Kinewe Muswang Lena is online. Kinewe. No, it's not online. Renale ana Kinewe mo, it's not online. Oh, Anamu, it's not like
and really because this is how Nkomo taught us that as neighbors, when we have a funeral, it's our funeral. This is not Nkomo's funeral, but it's our neighbor and it's our funeral. So we welcome you here and we thank you for coming. We have been with Nkomo for a very long time, especially in my case. When I arrived here, I before Christmas. I think it was 2 weeks before Christmas. And on Christmas Day, we had visitors. And we were told that we have visitors. And when we went outside, we found the children. They were still very small. And they were saying they are visiting my son who was 15 years their senior. So I was very intrigued and I wanted to know exactly where they come from. And this is how I came to know Nkomo. From there, Nkomo became a real sister. She organized us here in this community. And she had a nose for funerals. You know, anywhere where there was a funeral, Nkomo would be calling us. Have you seen that there are cars which are parked outside so and so's house? And when we say, no, I don't know, she says, okay, let's go and find out what is happening. We would actually walk there without even being told that there's somebody who has died. To the extent that it was not only with African families, but even the white families which are here, there are a few of them who had funerals and they were just alone in the house. Nkomo would come and fetch us to go and visit those families. One family which is in Cape Town is Van Niven who was staying here. It was just him and his wife in the house when their child passed on. And there was nobody else. Mrs. Liburu and Nkomo are the ones who attended to them first. And they were very surprised. They didn't know that the African people live like that. And they remember Nkomo specifically because she went and bought them the lasagna so that they could have something to eat. There were just two of them and nobody else. Even going to the funeral, they were the only ones, were the only Africans basically who went with them. So this is the kind of person Nkomo was, and we didn't even know that Nkomo was actually so powerful. When she was here, she was a community woman. She was Mewa community. And we were really devastated by the news that Nkomo has left us. And the neighbors have written messages of condolences that I was going to read today. But I think in the interest of time, we'll just do that Nkomo. And I just want to say to the children, we have seen you growing up. We have been here. And you know very well that as a community here, and what your mother did to make us come together, you are not lost. You have a number of mothers here and a number of, the very big community family. So whenever you have problems, you must just knock on any door, we will open. And you must know that we will always be here for you. And Nkomo, I can't imagine the pain that you feel, and I know that you were very close, and we are really crying as a community. And thank you very much.
So, probably Manjuga Mogaram, his friend, Pampile, Miss Komuto, Itimuni, and Ogaro is online. Keep it, my friend. We're going to have a tribute, my friend, Mrs. Kumuja, Mutimuni.
Good morning, everyone. Am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Okay. Good morning, everyone, and a special tribute of condolences to the Mononyane and Nkomo family. I've known Maleho for the time connected like old souls. With the at the regulator, 4 years of which we were colleagues. We meet at meetings, and we used to chat during breaks and after meetings. Due to the nature of matters, we spend a lot of time attending to public hearings and on public consultation processes. We then have an opportunity to chat about life and that. And I remember at one occasion we were in Istanbul, and then she ordered soup, and that soup was served in a bowl that was made of a bread crust, and she felt that it was something that she needed to share, and she got it onto Google Maps. And by the time we left the Istanbul, her post had a number of views. She was generous with herself. She was generous with her time, her compassion, her intelligence, and her skills. The speakers yesterday and today attested to her work ethic. She would marvel at the beauty around her, Cape Town being one of the places that she found amazing, and would let you know about it. I remember the times I would spend sightseeing in foreign lands and locally, keeping each other company to avoid the loneliness that business travel is known for. She did not take things for granted and appreciated the beauty around her, and her sense of gratitude was infectious, just like her love. The last 3.5 years, we did not have Nersa as a reason for our relationship. We had no common reason to meet except our connection, which was rooted in friendship. That was the start of our long breakfast, or rather call them brunches. The long lunch meals that ran into late afternoons. Long telephone calls that Dumi reminded me of. It is unbelievable that we are not going to have this, and a gesture that I know I will miss. Maleho was gracious in her poise, committed to her convictions, a devoted wife to Dumi, and a mother to her children, which she never stopped talking about with a sense of pride and joy. I am grateful that Maleho chose me as a friend. I treasure the time that we spent together. I celebrate her rich life, remember her advice and the things that I learned from her. I will forever miss Miss N and treasure the lovely memories that we shared. To Dumi, the kids and the white Amunonyani and Nkomo families, Maleho o re tlogetse re sa gopola. Ke le hlaba le ga le tikela re tla mo gopola. A moya wa ga o robala ka khutshwe. Thank you.
Mokgotsi Mamtimunye an inserted item mo no wale polelo ka boemedi wa ZCC female choir ba mpile mo Mrs. Anidi Mongune ngele lo se fela temana ite ba tametseng Mrs. Mongune ka mo fedi ba tola ZCC female choir.
All worldly pursuits have but one unavoidable and inevitable end, which is sorrow. Acquisitions, all whatever that we can acquire and add, end in despair buildings in destruction, meeting in separation, death, matswala, in death. Death is a very harsh reality. Grief doesn't come and go in an orderly, confined time frame. However, the scripture says, blessed are those who mourn, for they will be comforted. My humble greetings to the priests, family of the Nkomo, Munonyane, colleagues, and fellow mourners. Ibitsolaga kinda Governor Munonyane. People are surprised for it. Maybe I'm the governor of the Reserve Bank. But I'm not. I was the governor before. I think I was the first black governor in South Africa. Those are only governors of the Reserve Bank. So those are temporary and permanent. So Lesotho now is temporary, over. So I'm permanent. Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, umme, I come before you today as the representative of the Munonyane family, and as well as another representative of the Nkomo family. These two families, you know how they've been joined together, united as they are.
Hello.
We are a family in grief. Within a short space of time, we have lost 3 members. I'm not taking months or so. In 2 weeks' time. We are all united not only in our desire to celebrate life and pay our last respect to our sister, mother, wife, daughter, aunt, Daisy, Maleho Nkomo, but rather in our need to do so. For such was her extraordinary appeal to a lot of people, colleagues, friends, and everyone, that they too have lost someone close to them, not only the two families. Daisy was the very essence of compassion, of duty, of style, and of beauty. She was a symbol of selfless humanity. Today is our chance to say thank you for the way you brightened our lives, even though God granted you half a life. We will all feel cheated always that you were taken from us so young, and yet we must learn to be grateful that you came along at all. Her presence embraced all of us here. Only now that you are gone do we truly appreciate what we are now without you. And we want you to know that life without you, very, very difficult, and will never, ever be the same. Brothers and sisters, ladies and gentlemen, we have all despaired at our loss over the past days, and only the strength of the message she gave us through all the years of giving and showing love has afforded us now the strength to move forward and proceed. Kabupe. Your greatest gift, Daisy,
was your intuition, and it was a gift you used wisely. This is what underpinned all other wonderful attributes. And if you look to analyze what it was about you that had such a wide appeal, we find in our instinctive feel for what was really important in all our lives. Above all, we give thanks for the life of a mother, wife, aunt, sister, cousin, daughter that we're so proud of. The unique, the complex, the extraordinary, and the irreplaceable, our Daisy, whose beauty, both internal and external, will never ever be extinguished from our minds and be engraved in our hearts. Daisy was our flower, and you know what a daisy is. A flower is a sacred symbol of Virgin Mary that depicts innocence, purity, humility, and chastity. That's what we found in our Daisy. Daisy was a devoted mother and wife. A valuable lesson that Daisy has modeled for her family was a contentment, benevolence, altruism, and positivity in whatever situation she made life work. With what she and her beloved husband, Dumi, achieved, and in successfully raising a family and binding it together with love and dignity. My apologies, Dr. Nkomo. Brothers and sisters, ladies and gentlemen, we should pray that as the day passes, God's healing touch will comfort and succor us as a family in this time of distress. And may this be a thing that causes each one of us to draw closer to God. And knowing Him alone can heal our broken hearts and bring joy out of pain. Let peace and love bring comfort and courage to face the days ahead, and loving memories of Daisy to be forever in our hearts. Another tablet. Fare thee well, our Daisy. You fought a good fight, girlie, and won the race. You have lived to the fullest, even if it's unmeasurable. You left a living legacy. What a life that will be read through the generations, current and still to come. You left a mark in our hearts, engraved forever, and nothing will ever erase it. You are a gem and one of a kind. You'll remain a special, specified, specification. Something next to perfection. Robala ka khutjo wena le tsebele le konkwana. La tlhoka kgomo, la ja motho. Magadimana ntweng. Wena magana go bushwa. O ja lebese ka foroko. Wena o tlhapa ka lebese, wa shela o khabile. Wena setlogolo sa bomononyane wa bolisiba. Ke a leboga.
lebogile ko
Singeli sorokisi.
o kgebile o botlile go be go se bonolo go bolela ka mokgwa re leboga ge modimo a kgonne go fa maatla ka go ema le wena wa bolela sentle sebakeng se o ka re our program ya mafelelong ge le lebelela mo re šetse ka message of comfort, message ka farewell message, le Teroga Muru, only few, and then the undertaker Sharon one of a feature of phone or Ramotsile Mar. Kabwa the Rabing, or St. John Nagabara to 12. Half 12. So I got a month from Gagora to the Gapon is far. So, until I was Yana Pomo, the Pela will interject the program again. Finally, the elder sister, what they see, who was she over to Ficamo or major message. Pocopela or Rova. You have a lingua, I was a girl who will show Matagamo. What I live with Tatakamanai, or Shijelapa, Marono, Hopela or Lena. Just something says in the moment of so we talk about sister what is Zimo. I will let the message from the elder sister. Those who bring Lango, Lamnoyan, I only live with Tatatuloma. Says you more of her Lena something. The Hopper of the Valley is a Jew.
Let me greet you all in the name of Jesus. It's not easy for me to stand here today to talk about my soulmate, my friend, my everything. Daisy, before I read this message from our elder sister, we were 8 in number, 8 siblings. Now there are 3 of us left. The 2 of us here and our elder sister who could not join us today because of the multiple tragedy that you heard of. Those ladies, can you please stand up? Our parents taught us that in our family there's no makoti, there's no mokonyana. As long as you are married into the family, you become the daughter, you become the son. So to me, you know yourself that you are Mama's son. And now that there are only sisters left, you are our brother. And we will be depending on you to take care of us, as we will also do the same with our lovely children. Ndumiso, Salu, Junior, and Simpiwe. Umame wenu akasekho. Kodwa thina sikhona sizoba nani until the death do us part. So we have our sister here who's Gladys. Actually she is our sister-in-law, but because in our family we don't have sisters-in-law, we don't have cousins, we only have sisters. So now she is the elder sister. And I can tell those ladies around today, mama and utlawana plani kareni. So Daisy in our family, she was the leader. She was the Joseph in our family. Those who read the Bible, you know how Joseph was from an early age being a leader in the family. That is how Daisy was. She would order us around, but not rudely so, but to put us in order.
And we were all afraid of her. We all did things in order because we know we will have to account to her. Even today, when I look around here, I know if she was around, we would give an account why 1, 2, 3 is like this. So when we were still growing up, at the age of 4, Daisy started to be a leader in the family. She did not play with dolls and whatever. But whenever she played, we would all line up as the family, and then she will point, whoa. And then when she points at you, you must say, Maria. And then when she points at another one, and then she would say, whoa. This one must say, Maru Jesu. Whoa, Maria. Whoa, Maru Jesu. And if you did not answer like she wanted to, you will get a hiding from her. And that's how she was ever since, independent. But what I cherished about her, she loved selflessly. She gave her all. She supported all of us. And she taught us. She was younger than myself, but she taught me many things. And we will still cherish her in our hearts forever. Let me not go, otherwise MC would go better. I would go on and on talking about Daisy. You know, whenever I talk to Daisy on my phone, we would call almost every week, almost every day. But my husband would know that I'm talking to Daisy. Because of the sense of humor she had, we would talk and laugh, and it was so. We will forever miss her. Let me read the message from our elder sister, Sisme Messi. She's saying, good morning to everyone, family, friends, and colleagues. First of all, I would like to say Mani Daisy was my sister, my friend, and almost my everything. She never called me Sesi, but called me Zeli. Me and Daisy were like a finger and a nail. I used to call her Lidais, because she once put a die, this playing dice, in her nose when she was still a little baby child. So from that time I called her Lidais. Every time she came back home, I was the first to know that she is coming. She would just pick up her phone and say, Zeli, ke tla, ke tlo feta, ke go lata before I get to our home. I remember one day when I had my ups and downs, not feeling well, she would force me to go to the doctor until she's satisfied about my well-being. What I can say is that she truly saved my life. I really don't know if it was not for her, what could have happened to me. Every week she would call and check up on me. We gossiped and we laughed about each and every little thing we talked about. In overall, what I can say is that she took me like her second mom. She cared and loved me for who I was. I cannot really say much, but I lost my sister, my body, my pillar of strength. Heaven has truly gained a wonderful, lovely angel. Robala ka khutjo ngwana wa mama. Thank you.
Ra leboga mo le re sa lebogwe ntle le go senya nako. Earlier on, I indicated gore re tla ba le a speech by a Free State Provincial Treasury. Unfortunately, they were unable to connect, but now, ready. So, re kgopela gore ga dule re yego a tribute by Free State Provincial Treasurer.
Thank you, Program Director, to the Nkomo family, Honorable Premier, Honorable MECs, Director General, members of the Audit Committee and Board Committees in all various departments where Nkomo served, Head of Departments, all government officials, colleagues and friends. I greet you all in the wonderful name of our Lord and Jesus Christ. My name is Maleho Margaret. I am a director at Free State Provincial Treasury with Financial Governance, and we are responsible for appointing audit committee members in the Free State. It is most humbling to represent Free State Provincial Government and to be granted an opportunity to pay tribute to such a remarkable woman, a leader of integrity, and honorable, and admired by all who had the privilege of working with her. Nkomo had an impeccable work ethic, demonstrated both in attitude and appearance. She would always ensure that we are reminded of the COVID-19 protocols and observe the same before we begin with our meetings. Very soft-spoken with a gentle voice was Nkomo. She took her role serving as chairperson of the audit committee at the Department of Police, Roads and Transport and Public Works, with a prior time being the chairperson of audit committee at COPTA, a human settlement. And at a time of need, when a composition of a state audit committee at sport and social development could not correct, she came to our rescue and we appointed her there to serve as well. Her commitment, knowledge and expertise were truly valued by all who worked with her. Such was her varied experience that she excelled in her role as a chairperson of the audit committee and members where she served. Colleagues have expressed a shock at her sudden and untimely departure, as we believe Nkomo had more to still offer to us. She charged her responsibility, integrity, and never compromised on effectiveness of the committees where she served. She understood the call for the corporate governance in our public institutions. Nkomo worked tirelessly and devoted her time in ensuring that the Free State government is counted amongst the provinces that achieve acceptable audit outcomes in the majority of its departments. Nkomo never shied from participating in any fora, platform that sought to ensure improvement in our provinces on corporate governance and improved audit outcomes. In honor of Nkomo, we must emulate her example and do justice to trust on the trust that is placed on all of us as an individual and collectively in respect of roles that we have bestowed on us in public service. To the members of the audit committee and board committees where she served in, you can rest assured of the same commitment and support we gave to Nkomo. During this difficult time of bereavement, our prayers have mostly been to her family, colleagues and friends. On behalf of the State Provincial Government, I wish to extend my deepest and most sincere condolences and say thank you for sharing your mother with us, and even during the most difficult times. She achieved all that she did for the province and the country because of your endurance, love, and support. Nkomo's outstanding work as a true ambassador for good governance and financial controls will forever be remembered. We owe a great debt of gratitude to her. Our province has indeed lost a tireless leader, a person of integrity. Rest in God's perfect peace, Nkomo. God bless you, and I thank you, Program Director.
Free State Provincial Treasury. Then, without wasting time, the message of comfort by Mrs. Nkomo, followed by Narato Bopate, farewell message in that order.
My peace I live with you, though I have gone away. The Comforter has come, will teach you how to pray. My peace I leave with you, I know the cross you bear. I've walked the road before you. I know, for I've been it. My peace I live with you, though some may turn away. My presence will be with you throughout each night and day. My peace I live with you amidst all tribulation. You'll know my peace within and lasting consolation. My peace I live with you amidst the toil and strife. Just focus on my words, for they are words of life. My peace I live with you, calm waters and serene. The fountain of my peace will be a living stream. Let not your heart be troubled. Don't let it be afraid. For the peace I live with you, no one can take away.
The message of support, the message of comfort. And now, 20. We'll usually 2 minutes or 3 minutes for a word of God. ke balwa ba Nkomo le mokhala wa ditimo o re kobola Jehova lo ndlela la ngwana wa motho di ba zwa hore do diela katalo la ke Jehova ha bulela le mokhala o re bona tseba gore ke tlo go tiela se se thabisang matho a gago ntho e be le gona be thabisang matho a mokgalago le bana ba ntwe mara kreste a re matla ke a gagwe a etsee go tswa modimo ga belere go Deuteronomio ga a bolela o re bona ke nna modimo o re bona ke nna modimo jale wena mokgalabe le bana ba mo gae le tsebe go se se fetogileng ke modimo ke kreste ga bolela gore bona ke nna modimo o re ke a bolaya ga ke fetša nna ka phediša a re tsebe gore mo a leng gona wa phela ke kule se seng seboledi se re ga se bolela next door a re hei re le ga re fitlha mo kae e le makgwa fela e le mosadi le monna gago mara ra tsena le kopana ra šoma le mo motho a kopana le mo be re le gona ga re beya ngwane wa e be le gona a ketima gotlhe mo e se motho a re ka gore nna ke ile sekolong ke tseba gore ke rutegile o ba re ga a tsena bathong a ba motho o ba re ga a tsenang bathong a ba motho o ba tseba gore mo ke phela le batho a ke phele ka thuto ke phela le batho ke tshwantsegana ke tsene bathong ke be motho jale o ba re bontšha le rena ba re šetšeo gore le o ka ba le tsona go tša lefatshe ka moka tseba gore ga o tsena bathong o tshwantse be motho o re rutile kgopana e re rutile ebile ke bele gore motho go na le motho o ba kgona go todika ka setebele be ke tera tla todike ka gore batho ba bona ba somaela o re rutile re bone tse dintši mo wena e ka re bana ba gage ba ka tla ba tshwara go tshwana le mmabona ba seke ba nyonya motho ba seke ba nyonya motho a tseba gore ke motho ka motho ene ba tseba gotlhe mo leng gore she was ever smiling ever smiling e no ba gore covid ke yone re sentšeng be le tla kwa dipolelo tse be tla ba di bolela le ke ba ruti ba kereke ye rona ke kerekao ba ba mo tsebago she was ever smiling e be le ausi mme a le sesi go everybody tsala nako ke a leboga ke tlo kgopela ka moka nna reme ka maotolo ke morago kgopela morago wa tsela go tsa modimo ga belere a tswalele matlholo ke morago ba go morena wa rona jesu kreste a bolela ka kgone lerato la modimo le matsebisa moya
Sabonane. Sekarang awal masa bermazasilah kira 6 gentlemen to come and assist us to the topic.
Jehova ni mulisa wanga ndingasishaye chitu ungiyedza mafuloni ya vudi ungisa madini ya vawelo unetulisa moyo wanga unchimbiza angisandilani yolugawo achitela dzina lawo. Jehova ni mulisa wanga ndingasishaye chitu ungiyedza mafuloni ya vudi ungisa madini ya vawelo unetulisa moyo wanga. Yehova ndi mulisa wanga ndingasishaye chitu ungiyedza mafuloni ya vudi ungisa madini ya vawelo unetulisa moyo wanga unchimbiza ndilani yolugawo achitela dzina lawo. Shimila govani na mrutu wa tuba luku atuko biburi nga uri kunani. mulisa wanga ndingasishaye chitu ungededza makuroni avudhi ungisa madhini awawero unetulusa moya wanga Jehova ndi mulisa wanga ndingasishaye chitu ungededza makuroni avudhi ungisa madhini awawero unetulusa moya wanga ungisa nchipisa ndirani yorugawa achitana nzina nawo Pasam juga benar na. Kina kwa ko rega mer plape. O to no fa chan bisa lepi. Mama de dijo para masiri apuloko. Rutisha kai tiria rena kunyaga ya mafello. Mama de di itare ba fuga ba toga de na toga mama de dwa loka. Bethola la ficha bisa de pijo ofa. Bicho lanta te de la mora la mo hal na morena. Amen. Ubuyela buseni, ubuyela mavuni, yeye wafawoni. Chaundu ubuyela buseni. Ubuyela mavuni, yeye wafawoni. Chaundu ubuyela buseni. Ubuyela mavuni, yeye wafawoni. Chaundu ubuyela buseni. Pastor Biba Benere, itakupela wale huko. Bate bachele. Ano mo bachele.
Yeah.
Now fit my fellow mo. Murush, unya go lisho pa jape.
Yeah, that's for the pin.
Go hopela enji pogo awata mele mo gonna mo le bosisi we Nkomo enji pogo all right Murush risali ku shengwe mo ya maplomo agitore ba renji
Okay, let me just go. Yeah, rather.
Ralebo Rupi Shovaja. Patsam di ba le rena. Ya le re fitlile mafelong a ditaba. Ko re tshware thapelo ya go tlo bula disuka le re kwa ga botsebotse gore ya re tlo mo phi. Patsam di ba le le. Tlo kopela bo setsi ba babedi. O mo o right wena o ene mo. O mo o tla re balela gore motho a robetse ona ke ena na. Or go robetse motho a sa mo tsebe go tloga belele. A tsole matlo rapela. Mabaledi Jehova ba ba se ga poloko mabadi ba go loka. Se so rena shu re tlo bula disuka la gage. Ba tlo go boletša mabitso a ngwetšwe mo disukeng lekhwi gore mang le mang a tla be paki le ditlogolo tša Nkomo tše tlago di tsebe gore o kwa bona ba robetše kae. Ra le tlholofatša disuka le bitšo la ntate le la morwa le la moya o galelelang. Amen. kgotsa modimo a be le rena re tlo kgwetsa puku ya rena mo go Yeremia 35 verse 15 ga e bolela ka tsela le mantšhuki ya ke tlo e bala ka Sevenda bone ba re dula fase o re balele re zwife buraka ambobala ba tshizwifa kgotsa modimo a be le rena yale seswi a eme mo a se ena buraka e ya ngwetseng Bibileng kana banoma ke busi Nkomo yale ke tlo mo kgopela gore a tshwane le mogalabe baraka a bale mang le mang a kwa gore tša di balago ke tšona na bala ngwanyana.
Okay, E.T. in loving memory of our wife, mother, sister, daughter, cousin, and aunt, Daisy Margaret Maleho Nkomo, born on the 3rd of March 1965 and passed on the 5th of July 2021, burial 08/07/2021. Those who love you and your heart for you will remember you fondly as our tears water our road. Your name is forever carved in our hearts.
Kgotsa be le rena yale re tlo kgalana nna le lena ba le mo ka se sebaka a re tsebeng ba Nkomo le ditlogolo gore mo a se bona mo re tlago ra tlo kgopela dinomoro tša lotho ke a tshepa re ya kwana a se bona mo re tla re ga re fitlha mo ra re yo sesi re bulele mebereko yo sesi nna re phase dikolong yo sesi ebile nna ke nyaka go tshwara lotho a se gona mo ke mo le tlago le tlo bontšha ditlogolo tše di tlang the coming generation ga ba le botšiša gore na o robetse kae tepni la tla la ba bontšha la re o robetse mo go tswa modimo ba le rena ke seka ke lejwe le di tla tsebang ke maloko a tla ga Nkomo ke a leboga malome Kongane ke tla gore lebogele ke a feleletša jwale malome Kongane word of thanks.
Ukuthula kube nani ngizocela ukubonga ngimele umndeni wakaNkomo nomndeni wakaMononyane ukubonga kini nonke enizile nasixhasa kulomzimba esibhekane nabo nakule thambo lethu esifile ngicela kungapheleli la nikwenze nakwabanye la silahlekelwe iphila yomndeni kuyo yonke ifamily eyakaNkomo eyakaMononyana neyakaNdlovu lo mntwana kade asibambe sonke enceda kuwo wonke umuntu silahlekelwe ngiyabonga ningagcini lakithi amen ngingakhohlwa ukubonga umfundisi nomphathihlelo